Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a training rant on the importance of passion and practicing. Alright, it's going to encompass a lot of things, and don't pay attention to the gameplay. Alright, I'm just practicing while I'm talking, and it's hard for me to talk and play at the same time, so the shots are not going to be so great, but it helps my muscle memory, you know, just to practice all the time. Anyway, about the subject, when I mean passion about something is that I find that us as individuals, we have different interests in life, right? And there's degrees of interest in our lives. We might see something that looks cool, and we daydream about being that thing, and you know, but we don't really put the effort. Oh my God! Sorry, I almost said that double tap. So I was saying, we have different interests in our life and degrees of interest, but passion is something entirely, I think it's something different. Passion is what gives you the drive to learn a craft, to learn something. Without passion, you're not going to have the dedication it takes to learn something, to learn the intricacies of it, to actually look, you know, to actually seek out the knowledge to get better at that thing, right? So this subject was inspired because I was talking with a friend of mine last night, yesterday, Sari. I was talking with him, Sari, and we're talking about punk music, and we're talking about learning how to play the guitar, and we're talking about just learning something. Now, when it comes to learning something, as I've grown older, I realize just how important it is to be passionate about that thing that you're learning. Because if you don't have any passion for what you're learning, you're not going to stick with it. That's just how it is. If you like, for example, I'll give you an example. I always been passionate about music, right? And it's a passion that I didn't even know it was in me. It's just something I was compelled to do, something I was compelled to learn because I just had a great interest in it, you know what I mean, without even realizing it. At the same time, I also like drawing, right? I enjoyed anime. I used to draw a lot of, you know, bad DBC characters, because I thought in my head that I had a genuine interest in drawing, but I didn't. I was daydreaming of being an animator. I was just a passerby. I was just visiting, right? But when it came to music, I actually did learn how to play music, and I did learn, even though I didn't fully learn from a music teacher on composition. I learned on my own, and I learned by ear. You know what I mean? And I learned to do a lot of things that I can't really explain on a professional term what it is that I'm doing, but I'm doing it. You know what I mean? I learn in my own way, and even though, like I said, it's not a super formal training shit, I learn and I stick with it because I was passionate about it. And I think that's something really important that you should recognize in yourself as an individual, because I think we tend to think if we're not naturally good at something, that it's just not for us. You know what I mean? It's just I'm not good at it, man. You know, I tried it once or twice, and I didn't excel at it, so I suck at it. And even worse, to some people that instead of internalizing and saying that I suck at it, they blame the thing. They might pick up a game like Rocket League and say, "Oh, bro, this game is just too hard. Hitting the ball, it's just ridiculous. I'll never be able to get better at this." Yes, you will. But you need to be passionate about learning, and you need to be passionate about learning the game. You know what I mean? You gotta have that passion, that spark, because without that spark, you're never gonna learn. And I think that's something that took me a really long time to realize. And that something is that if you don't have a passion for something, for a craft, for a skill, you're not gonna get better at it. You're just gonna be a passerby, a daydreamer of it. You in your head, it seems cool to do that or be that thing, but you don't have the dedication for it because you lack the passion for it. And more than you lack the passion for it, sometimes you might not understand that even if you have the passion for it, it takes a lot of practice regardless. You're just not gonna be naturally good at it. I mean, some people are more naturally gifted than others, but it still doesn't matter. If they don't grind, if they don't practice, they'll only go so far, you know what I mean? It's like that saying from Naruto or whatever, like practicing hard and having that talent to practice hard and knowing, recognizing that beats natural talent any day. It does, honestly. All right. Now, mind you, if a person has a natural talent and also has that drive to grind, those kind of people are unstoppable because they have both, right? But not everybody is naturally good at something from the start. They need to practice it a little bit, and they need to, get familiar with the field. And again, if you don't have passion for something, you're not gonna you're not gonna learn more about it and the intricate details of what it means, of the foundation of it. You know what I mean? For example, I'm passionate about this game, all right, and I'm very specific with my passion about this game. I'm really passionate about learning cool stuff about this game. All right, I guess you could say I'm one of those people that got really into this game because of the freestyle possibilities that you can do with your car and your shots and all that. That's really my main drive. That's really my main passion for this game. At the moment, at least at this very moment, I'm not very passionate about ranking up. I'm more passionate about learning my mechanics, and I do look up tutorials, and I do double tap. Okay, missed. And I do look up tutorials, and I do seek out info from either better players than me, or like tutorials, like I said, to get better at this game. Because I generally have a passion to work on my mechanics. On contrast, I play with some other people that they don't have that passion at all, right? And I don't want to demean them or be mean to them or whatever. They mainly play the game on intuition, right? They play the game to win games, to score a shot on goal. You know what I mean? And that's mainly their motivation. They mainly play by intuition, and they get better. Don't get me wrong, by playing by intuition. But they're not, they're not grinding free play. They're not grinding mechanics. I don't think they're looking up tutorials on how to get better or anything like that. They just play on intuition. Again, I'm not really trying to judge them or anybody. But personally, I think that doing things by intuition, or having this mindset of it's gonna come natural to me, it's gonna prolong the process of you getting better, of learning things. I think it's very good to if you're passionate about something, you start to seek out information about it, to seek out tutorials on it, to talk to people that know more about that than you, and get their opinions, and at the same time do your own thing and not be ashamed that you're practicing something. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you're not gonna be great at it right away, and that's something that you need to realize. Now, like I said, as I grew older, I realized that we as individuals have a bunch of interests in our life, but we're very passionate about very few of them. And I think it's really good to make, at least you as an individual, to make that distinction within yourself, to know yourself a little bit better, to know that when you're daydreaming about something, about being something, and to know that when you're actually passionate about something and putting in the work and seeing start to pay off little by little. You know what I mean? Because when it's like the saying in a way, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. You know what I mean? And when you have passion, even though again it does take a lot of grind, it doesn't feel like a grind because you have passion for it. And when you start to get results, you're like, God damn, bro, this is so cool. It gives you, I think it's very important, or at least it's very personally satisfying or fulfilling, to find something in your life that you're passionate about. It gives you a drive. It gives you some meaning to your life, even if that something could be perceived as trivial to other people. If you're passionate about it, you should pursue it and get better at it, and not be afraid to not be the best at it right away. You can show little by little how you're getting better, and you shouldn't be ashamed of not being a pro right away. You know what I mean? I'm a plat. I post my scuffed plat freestyles. I don't care, bro, because at one point I'm realizing that I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna keep getting better, and eventually my videos will have champ. You know, they're gonna have at least champ plays. You know what I mean? Because I plan to stick into this game, and they're gonna get better and get better and get better. And at the moment, even though I'm not there yet, I'm not ashamed to show where I'm at the moment. And that's something really important too. I think that comes with passion. That you shouldn't be ashamed of what you can do at the moment, even if you're still learning. You don't have to wait until you're the best at something to attempt it. Because one of the things that really helps you is having field practice with whatever the thing is that you're learning. You know what I mean? Even if you're not the best, you shouldn't be ashamed, right? Because everything that you're doing is just practice for it. You know what I mean? Even as you get better. I remember seeing a quote from a musician, and I can't remember exactly the musician, but this was like a classical composer that was like very well renowned. And he said in his quote, even though he was a musician for I think for 30 years or more, he was saying in his quote that every time I pick up an instrument, I'm still reminded of all the things that I don't know about it. Or I'm still reminded how I can keep getting better at an instrument. So even at a professional level, you still have the mentality that I'm not good enough. I could be better. You know what I mean? And that should reflect to you that even if you don't feel like you're the best at something yet, you should still show it. You should still proudly show your progress. Because, like I said, it's field experience, and it helps you. Okay? It helps you as a person to see your gradual improvement. You know what I mean? Okay, let me sum it up this way. If you find yourself trying to be somebody or trying to learn a craft, but you don't have either the dedication to really learn it and really seek out info on it, and you don't have the dedication to really stick with it and practice, you're not passionate about it. It's just you're daydreaming about it. It's like those people that got really good at Guitar Hero and never really actually picked up a guitar. They're really into the idea of pretending to be a guitarist and playing with a toy guitar instead of, picking up an actual guitar. And you know what? That's fine. All right? I'm not trying to be super judgmental and say people cannot daydream about being somebody or being something. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that you as an individual should recognize when you're daydreaming about being somebody, and recognizing the difference when you're actually passionate about it and you actually have the dedication to put in the work and learn to practice and practice. And if you do find something that in your life, even if you don't recognize, even you can fully recognize that is your passion, if you have something like that in your life that drives you to get better at it, you're passionate about a thing. You're passionate about that particular thing. And you should keep pursuing that passion in whatever it is that you're interested about. Having a personal skill, learning a personal skill, like I said, even if it might seem trivial to other people, it's really personally rewarding. And so I would say, that's really the importance of being passionate about something.